waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Here we go. Line 8. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 8. Kill. Rush in.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. For the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to air it out deep. A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
Cousins to throw it. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Cousins on the sneak. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong way.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. On 2nd and 2, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent. Second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances. And now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Right there. 54, right there. Right there.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And able to find Green. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. 2 To the air again, Prescott. Got an open man to tight end Jarwin. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think...
They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40. Before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Does that happen to you? That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off Jalen Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go. Wide eight. 54. We're going to 53.
A first down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Elliott. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Mike 54. It's coming this way. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go.
54. Mike 54. Yo.
10th carry now for Elliott. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Prescott. Green brings it in. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Hey, pick it up, defense, let's go.
On 1st down, Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Check.
Now Dak on the option left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking.
And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
54, right there, 54.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Prescott now, option right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. All in the wrist, watch out flip. Watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, all in the wrist, all in the wrist, watch out flip. Watch out hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They LA, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.